Evening all. So it's been a couple of weeks since I did my last blog. Part one was supposed to be, or part two was only supposed to be a week away from part one, but unfortunately it's been probably about 3 weeks now. The reason being is I haven't been very well really. I've had a bit of a cold, been feeling a bit rough. Tonight I'm looking a bit rough because I had to cancel my hair being cut last week and it's all over the place at the moment. My barnet needs a complete chop. But here we are. So I'm feeling a bit more relaxed at the moment. Thought when better to get onto camera, but when you're feeling nice and relaxed. So here we go. Last time we spoke about the rookie broker and we spoke about the challenges that it takes to actually get into the industry in the first place. The challenges with finding finding a mentor, find a mentor that's going to be able to be available for you. The challenges with training and how do you get that training, not just necessarily on products and policy, etc., but also on sales as well. So this week I've got a few notes because there's quite a bit I want to cover off. You're probably a couple of years in now. You're building up a bit of a business. You've decided this is definitely for you. You've got a couple of good referrers on board, but your business is really tied into their business because you've only got a couple of referrers. So if one of them goes on holiday or they have a slowdown in their business, your business slows down as well in line with that. So you really want to build more referral partners and spread the risk. But you're trying to work out how you do that and how you get more referral partners on board. Good news is you've built your database up a little bit now. You've got you're growing it by about 80 clients. You're probably growing it by 80 clients a year, which is really good. You're writing maybe around about 20 million a year, which again, as I say, good numbers. You can't grumble at it, but you're trying to work out how do I grow my business? How do I take to the next level? I can't seem to get past that 20 million a year. That's where I'm really stuck. I'm busy as anything, you know, I don't find time to actually to build my business. The other problem is that, you know, if you find you're working within the business and fighting fires all the time. So if you have a settlement, you know, as an example, that goes off track, goes off the rails, you're the one that's having to try and get it back on. And I've seen it before where brokers have been spending a day, maybe 2 days, just on one file to try and get to get it through to settlement. And all that time you're losing out of your business to carry on building the business and to get more clients on board. You're faced with some decisions. You've got to that point now where really, do I take on a PA? If I am going to take on a PA, where am I going to house them? Am I going to get an office and pay for office space, or are they going to come and are we going to get a makeshift office in the house and maybe they're coming to come and live in the house with us? I don't think my wife will be that happy with it, having someone else in our home. So the other thing is you've always got to pay them a salary, you've got to maybe pay for the cost of an office, so now your expenses are going up as well. You've also now got to manage people, so you didn't sign up for managing people. And what about outsourcing? Maybe instead of taking on a PA, you decide you're going to outsource your business. So you'll get someone to actually data enter the file, get someone to do the follow-up, get someone to maybe see it all the way through to settlement, and you get varied degrees of cost involved in that. So I've seen as little as $30 a file, just purely and simply for data entry, all the way up to $500 a file. But that is absolutely everything they're doing for you. They're seeing it all the way through to the end, staying in touch with the client, dealing with your conveyancers at the settlement stage as well. So you've got to decide, what do you do? Which way do you go? Now, if you're going to be paying per file, maybe you decide that actually I'm only going to do the files I know absolutely 100% are going to settle. So that pre-approval that you've got, that you just don't know whether it is going to be a deal or not, you think, oh, maybe I'll do that myself. Now you're managing two systems. You've got a system for outsourcing and a system for yourself where you're the one that's having to do all the follow-up. So there's some of the decisions you're going to have to make and some of the things you have to come back to, I guess. So here comes the pitch. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I don't mind pitching about Rate 1. I love Rate 1. I love what we have to offer. I've just started writing some loans myself and I've experienced the process myself. just today, I had a deal which was due to settle. I was due to settle this Thursday, and I was thinking to myself this morning, I think I've got to follow that deal up. I've got to make sure that the settlement's booked in and it's ready to go. But by the afternoon, I was busy. I'd got waylaid with other stuff. I got an email came through from our broker processing unit letting me know they'd already been on the phone to the conveyancer. They chased it up. Settlement was booked in for this Thursday. I didn't have to think about it. It's off my shoulders. Don't have to worry about it. I can get on with my day. Fantastic. So I really do believe in the service. And this really is, this sort of 2-year mark and sort of writing anywhere between sort of 10 and 20 million is really where I feel is the point where Rate 1 can help brokers the most. We can help the brokers to establish referral partners. So the you find your referral partners, you find the people that you want to work with, and then we can come out with you and help to actually embed that relationship. We can help you to manage a database. We can stay in touch with the referral partner, the real estate agent, the solicitor, the client, all the way along at all those milestone parts of in-flight mode when we're talking about when we're going through the deal, but also post-settlement as well. So, your 1-year anniversary, your 2-year anniversary, your home loan checkup, your end of your fixed rate, end of your special rate, all that sort of thing. We'll stay in touch with the client for you as well through marketing. And yeah, obviously the monthly up marketing as well. And then there's that, there's that holiday you've been promising that you're going to go with your family on. Now, don't worry about it because you can go on that holiday. Our co-op style culture means that we've got a buddy system. So if you want to go away on holiday, you've got someone back in Australia who's not managing, but looking after your clients for you. So if there's anything client-based, like a sign up or something like that, the other broker's going to look after that for you. Plus, the broker processing unit of processing all your files as they go along as well, so you're not having to worry about the processing of the files. The PA point that I raised earlier, and you're having that issue now, do I take on a PA or not? Realistically, you don't need a PA until you start writing around about 40 million a year, and that is the God's honest truth. We've got brokers working within Rate 1 at the moment, writing 40 million, and they haven't got PAs. Don't get me wrong, they're running pretty fast and they're at that point now where they've got to make that decision themselves, but that's a lot later than what a one-man band would be doing. They'd have to be thinking about bringing on a PA much earlier than 40 million a year. And as for outsourcing, well, every broker, regardless of their level, and every single file goes through our back office, goes through our broker processing unit. So you don't have to worry about which one you're going to pick and which one you're not, because every single one gets the same treatment. Everybody gets the same treatment and the same process. Look, the complexities of compliance, the complexities of the ever-changing, the ever-evolving technological world means that the one-man band is not going to survive for very long. You need a team behind you that are looking into those complexities, that are looking at the compliance and the technology and how can you keep up to date with it. If you've got a team behind you, building it behind you, you can get out there and do the stuff that you're really good at. Do the stuff that's seeing clients, talking to your referral partners, building a business. I personally think it's time to team up. It's time to share resources and share knowledge, and to become a successful broker is really all about working as a team. And look, how do I wrap this up? How do I wrap it up? I'm just going to say that's the end of part 2. I'm going to do part 3 hopefully in a week's time. All right, that's enough from me. I'm babbling on. Time to go. Got to go and make my wife a cup of tea. See you later.